My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 11, 2026. It is 3:27 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1 is on PYTE. There were some interviews Harry did with ITV, and some of those interviews will be on our Port of View service to see it the way it was shown on Twitter. Without any interruption on our Port of View service, but on PYTE there'll be screenshot. I'll manipulate the video a little bit. If I come across some of these that I put on the list, the same thing will be done over here as well. The original recording will be on our Port of View service. The manipulated one will be here. Alright, so let's go on X. First tweet. The reality between how Harry is treated by the public versus any of the working royals. Twitter trolls are basically begging people to boo him while spamming YouGov emotional support polls. Okay, it's 1 minute and 39 seconds. Screenshot.
Prince Harry found himself mobbed by nurses today as he visited Birmingham Children's Hospital to celebrate 20 years of the Well Child charity. The Duke thanked staff for their work, which supports seriously ill children and their families moving from hospital to their homes. As for a reunion between Harry and his father, it's still not been nailed down, and as our royal editor Chris Shipp reports, Meghan might even come to the UK after all.
Given the week he's had, Prince Harry looked surprisingly relaxed and at ease this morning. Perhaps it was the reception he was given from the nursing staff at Birmingham Children's Hospital. Perhaps it was because he was back with a charity he's worked with for 20 years.
We've met before.
We certainly have.
Thank you again for coming in and sharing your stories. But it means so much to me. I've been patron for Lodge for 19 years. That means so much to me to know that the difference this charity is making to every single one of you.
What is still up in the air today, however, is whether Harry will see the King, who's thought to be at his Highgrove estate this weekend, 90 minutes from here. Harry really wants King Charles to see his other grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, and spoke about Archie during the visit today.
You know who's obsessed with Lego? My son Archie. Obsessed. And he's very good at building things as well.
The principal reason for Harry's visit to the UK this week is this: the event tomorrow to mark a year to go until his Invictus Games is staged in Birmingham in July next year.
Alright, Harry remembers every faces that he come across. He remembered the lady. Okay, when he said we met before. I don't wanna bring the negative things here.
Self-mobbed
Let's
by
black
that.
this. Okay, when he said we've met before, warms my heart. Harry remembers everyone. He is truly so in touch with people. Usually you guys include that we killed Prince Philip. What? Where did that come from? Yeah. I guess this is somebody I blocked, but she responded to it. Okay, I just didn't want you to feel left out. Okay, what is she responding to? Oh, I blocked the person. Let's see what was the correct. Oh, this. Okay, I just blocked it. Let's leave that alone. You could pause and read whatever's on the screen, but I'm not gonna go over it. Next tweet. There's that. The names Hammond, Alison Hammond. Delighted to be joined by Alison Hammond and JJ Chalmers M for the 1 year to go event for the Invictus Game Birmingham 2027. If you go on our Port of View service, you will see the full video of this event. Harry was the first one to finish. He was really concentrating. And you know what that reminds me as well? I think during the, which Olympic was it? Summer Olympics? they have what do you call it? Not archery. There's a part where they do something like this in the shooting thing to hit the bullseye. I don't know the name of the game in the Olympics, but I think the US was last, and who was first? Was it Argentina or someone from Japan? The picture that was going viral where the guy was standing so relaxed and he was shooting. Let me see if I could find it. I'm laughing at myself because I pretty much said it but not knowing this is the name of it. I asked Google, what is the name of the game at the Olympics where the person shoots bullseye? The target shooting event where athlete shoots a bullseye is called shooting using pistol or rifle. So that's the one that I'm talking about. Now I want to look for that image of who was the... Okay, let me go look for it so if I could find the image. So I asked who was the winner of the Olympics of the shooting competition. So it seems like they have different version of it because the Olympics include 15 different shooting events. There are multiple gold medal winners for the most recent Olympics game in Paris. Some of the marquee gold medalists include Great Britain's Nathan Hales for men trap and American Vincent Hancock. Well, there was one where the American came last, but the viral image that I was thinking of was this one. This guy, he stands so relaxed. There is something like this. Okay, this went viral because of his relaxed stance, and I don't know. I did not need special equipment. I'm natural. Okay, so I don't know. I was thinking of that. So I just found out there's multiple different games of the shooting, but this is the one that I was thinking of. Okay, I went off. Alright, so there's that. There's this. Okay, the joys of Alison Hammond at the event with Prince Harry is priceless. Yeah. Oh my God. She was not hiding her joy. There's this. Like I said, go on our Port of View service to see the full interview. Okay, I'm so glad Alison Hammond got to meet Prince Harry in Birmingham today. Heartwarming picture. There's that. I cannot watch this Harry Stephen Colbert clip. There's that here. Please make Alison Hammond a media ambassador for the Invictus game in Birmingham. She'd be amazing. Her humor, her thoughtfulness, her ability to make people feel comfortable, and her cheeky fun is exactly the cherry on top for the games. Prince Harry, the soldier with the gun popped so well. She was brilliant and brought to life the difference the games make to veterans' life. Get to her host the next year. Well done, Alison. Okay, so I'm not the only one who's saying that. Love the interviews and the Invictus segment. Such a great organization. Thank you all. We are Invictus. Alison is TV Gold. I really hope she will have much more involvement with the Invictus games next year. Alison's interview with Harry was a joy to watch. She's hilarious. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This is a video. Alright, let's pause this. Don't you love it when people whose lives were changed by Prince Harry speaks out? Quote, of all the things he could have done with his power, his influence, and time, he chose to change the lives of me and my friend. Alright, so this interview, you will see it on our Port of View service. I don't know if it was here on this video that I have the original one. So it will be on our Port of View service without any interruption.
Always, you know, whenever I've spoken to him, interviewed him, been in interviews with him, you know, he'll always defer to the wounded, injured and sick, to the people who know and have lived this experience. But of course, you know, being the figurehead that he is, you know, having the presence and the platform that he has deeply benefited us. And if I think about it personally, like the thing that he created, the platform that he has completely changed my life. I'll forever be grateful that of all the things he could have done with his power, his influence, his time, he chose to change the life of me and my friends. That was always, you know,
that was a very well said type of statement from this guy. He appreciates what Harry has done, which is pretty much what Harry aimed at. Alright, to change the lives of people after they finish serve, and many other things, but for the Invictus specifically, after they finish serve, whether they're injured, whatever thing they encounter while in the military, so they don't just stop or sit in a corner and be miserable for the rest of their lives. So he wants to change them and find help for them. Okay, when you look at I think the Vietnam War, many of the soldiers in the US who served, who were in combat at the Vietnam War, many of them, well, have passed now, but at the end of the war, I think there were a lot of them who were homeless, have many issues, mental health, all sort of things. Let me pause and look for it. I mentioned this in one of my videos. Okay, so this is what I asked. Were there a lot of Vietnam vets with PTSD and homeless? The answer is yes. A disproportionately high number of Vietnam veterans experienced PTSD and homelessness. An estimate of 271,000 Vietnam veterans suffer from PTSD, and for decades they made up roughly half of all homeless veterans. Untreated trauma often made it difficult to maintain steady employment, housing, and personal relationship. All right, so this is what to prevent that, what the Vietnam War have caused many of those who served. This is what INVICTUS game is trying to prevent. All right, make them well, get treatment for them, and whatever help that they need to be somewhat part of society again. Okay, so that's that. Okay, big smile on my face, so proud of Diana's heir, Prince Harry, good King Harry. Founder of the INVICTUS game, Prince Harry is true to this. He has always supported Harry, real lovely man as well. He's not one of those people who get what it needs and then forget about it. I mean, Harry is a person who's very hard to forget, but he uses his platform for good. Okay, he just loved this. You can see the joy on his face when we are INVICTUS time roll around. This is why service matters. Long after the gossip fades, the impact on real people remains. Good King Harry. This is why service matters. It depends on how you look at it. Because what Harry is doing with the INVICTUS, this is something that the government should have done. After the soldiers have served, or whatever they have faced, they should have had something like a transition period before they release them or they leave the army. They should have a place where they talk to them or find job for them, make them get some sort of a help. Mostly those who come back without any physical injury, but even those who don't have any physical injury, but the mental aspect, whatever they encounter, have a place for them, a transition time and place to get them well mentally before they release them completely to society. This should have been the government's type of job, because they've used them. They're the one who created the war and send these young men and women to battle their whatever disagreement that they have. The government should have been there to do that, but Harry's filling in the gap. The US was doing some part of it to a certain extent, you know, the Warriors game and the vet hospital, but the government don't, and the US don't do that, especially with what Trump is doing right now.
New spin on it from the youth. As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform to be able to try and make a difference. Yeah, which a lot of people have to spend years and years and years getting to that point. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky to have a platform to be able to try and make change in the causes that mean a lot to me, but also to you guys. And I'm still in your generation, by the way. But at the same time, as I said, being born with a lot of privilege comes with a lot of responsibility. But I like to think that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life earning the respect for that privilege and trying to make a difference for the rest of my life.
Forget it. It's gonna be even worse. Next tweet. Alright, let's pause this. Alright, this is from INVICTUS. They retweeted this. Hear what it means for the INVICTUS game to be coming to Birmingham from members of our community like Ben. Alright, so there's this, just awesome. There's those emojis. So now I'm gonna go to the retweet. Pause again. Competitors turned coach Ben Gallagher told us how excited he is that the INVICTUS game are coming to his hometown. After more than 16 years in the military, he's getting ready for Birmingham to host the game. Alright, so let's listen.
It's amazing to be here back in Birmingham, my hometown where I grew up before before I joined the military. What an atmosphere, what a vibe to be in Birmingham. 1 year to go till the event kicks off, and yeah, really looking forward to catching up with people and seeing new faces ahead of Birmingham 2027, which is really cool. And it's amazing to be here back in Birmingham.
It's playing again. It's only 16 seconds, is it? 16 seconds. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the next game. I'm saying next game. The next tweet. It's an image. Okay, so this is from the INVICTUS Game Foundation. Grateful to be joined by founding patron Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and members of the WIS, Wounded, Injured, and Sick community like JJ Chalmers to celebrate the 1 year to go milestone to the INVICTUS Game Birmingham 2027. There's some images here too. Go on our part of Pew service. The video of this will be played without any interruption. Alright, there's some of that as well. I think Harry was the first one to complete that. I think they said they had to have five or three green lights on the shooting game. Yeah, Harry enjoyed these. So there's the picture. That's nice. And keep in mind, even though the games is like once every 2 years, I believe, and then we have the 1 year to go, which is happening right now. In between, when there's no game, everything settled down, the INVICTUS Games Foundation is still working with people, with many of their vets with different issues. Alright, they find help, they connect the vets with whatever issues, and when there's meetup, they create different little adventures. Alright, the media coverage today has been wonderful, positive. It's absolutely pleasure to see and hear Prince Harry leading this joyful event. Everyone looks delighted to have him there. Looking forward to this time next year. You can really see his military training with the way he's handling the gun. I love these pictures, making me feel excited for the games next year. If next year the game is being shown like this, the way that I'm seeing on my timeline, yes, I will cover it, or I'll be delayed with my coverage, because with what I saw with other past games, the way the media in the UK flooded my timeline with all sort of negativity, I will not share it. But hopefully it goes the way it is going right now. Even if Meghan shows up, if they focus on the game, that's all, because Meghan usually there to do other things, introduce her husband and focus on the players and whatnot, and it's the media in the UK who's turning the games about Harry and Meghan. Okay, hoping you all have a wonderful day, and let the countdown to the games officially begins. We are INVICTUS. One day I might get to meet Prince Harry is loved. INVICTUS athlete, Prince Harry inspired the whole world. This is too small, I'm not gonna read that. There's that. Keep up the good work, INVICTUS. Looking forward to next year's game. This gives me an inner glow. Alright, let's go INVICTUS strong. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Alright, Sky News. Let's see. There's one that's very long. I don't know if this is that one. Alright, so this, I will share it on our part of Pew service without any interruption. Okay, I will forever be grateful because of all the things he could have done with his power, influence, and time. He chose to change mine and my friends' lives. INVICTUS Game Ambassador JJ Chalmers speak about the impact Prince Harry has had on the games and veterans. Did I put this twice? Let me check my timeline, my list. No, I don't, but it's someone retweeted, but this is the good version I'll be putting on our part of Pew service without any interruption.
Have you reflected in conversations about how this has all come about?
Yeah, all the time. I met Prince Harry 13 years ago at the side of a swimming pool a few months before the INVICTUS Games, and he sort of sold exactly that idea about the platform that this would create. Now, the INVICTUS Games back then were meant to be a one-off. It was just going to be a single games in London, and then, it would have the life-changing effect on us, and we would move on. Obviously, the foundation was then formed, and and Harry and I joke about this all the time, it's basically got well out of hand. This thing, which was basically a sports day that we kind of made up, has just got bigger and bigger. The impact it is having is exactly what we would hoped it would have been, But to be honest, we couldn't really have anticipated the size to which this has grown and the incredible power that it has.
And his continuous association with it and passion for it also gives it more publicity, doesn't it? It draws more attention to it. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Well, I've always said, and Harry always knows this, that these games are not about him. They're about this community, the community he's brought together. You know, as somebody that served in the armed forces, and when I first met him, he was a captain, I was a corporal. You know, that's how our relationship began. But he's always, you know, whenever I've spoken to him, interviewed him, been in interviews with him, you know, he'll always defer to the wounded, injured and sick, to the people who know and have lived this experience. But of course, you know, being the figurehead that he is, you know, having the presence and the platform that he has deeply benefited us. And if I think about it personally, like the thing that he created, the platform that he has completely changed my life. I'll forever be grateful that of all the things he could have done with his power, his influence, his time, he chose to change the life of me and my friends.
Alright, so there's this here, Prince Harry's legacy. We're also part of him, Good King Harry. INVICTUS game, there's that. Okay, the Sussex offer Britain global reach, soft power, economic uplift, and modern relevance. The firm demanded total obedience instead. Read. Alright, so I'm not gonna go into that. Harry and Meghan offer Britain a boost. Charles and William said no. Alright, Prince Harry cutting the cake of 20 years of the nurse program. He funds, he brings joy everywhere he goes. So good. There's all of that. Okay, still he piped. Oh God, why they keep on saying this nonsense? Alright, I like this. Further proof against lying derangers who tried to ridiculously claim that Willie and Charlie and even Philip were behind the establishing of the IG game. Is that what they're saying? Oh my God. As well, if you read Spare, where Harry was saying that once he came with the idea how he wanted to get it started, he went to the, what is it, board members or something like that, and they said yes. And then after he got the green light, that's when he mentioned it to William, and William was upset about it. Like, why he didn't come to him first? He should have a say or something like that.
First step would be pitching the Royal Foundation board, which oversaw my charitable projects and Willie's and Kate's. It was our foundation, so I told myself, no problem. Also, the calendar was on my side. This was early summer 2013. Willie and Kate, weeks from having their first child, were going to be out of commission for a while. The foundation, therefore, didn't have any projects in the pipeline. Its roughly £7 million was just sitting there, doing nothing. And if these international warrior games worked, they'd enhance the foundation's profile, which would energize donors and replenish the foundation's accounts many times over. There'd be that much more to go around when Willie and Kate came back full-time, so I was feeling supremely confident in the days leading up to my pitch. But when the actual day came, not so much. I realized how badly I wanted this for the soldiers and their families, and if I'm being honest, for myself. And this sudden attack of nerves kept me from being at my best. Still, I got through it, and the board said yes. Thrilled, I reached out to Willie, expecting him to be thrilled as well. He was sorely irritated. He wished I'd run all this by him first. My assumption, I said, was that other people had done so. He complained that I'd be using up all the funds in the Royal Foundation. That's absurd, I spluttered. I was told only a £500,000 grant would be needed to get the games going, a fraction of the Foundation's money. Besides, it was coming from the Endeavour Fund, an arm of the Foundation I'd created specifically for veterans recovery. The rest would come from donors and sponsors. What was going on here, I wondered. Then I realized, my God, sibling rivalry. I put a hand over my eyes. Had we not got past this yet? The whole heir versus spare thing? Wasn't it a bit late in the day for that tired childhood dynamic? But even if it wasn't, even if Willie insisted on being competitive, on turning our brotherhood into some kind of private Olympiad, hadn't he built up an insurmountable lead? He was married, with a baby on the way, while I was eating takeaway alone over the sink. Pa's sink. I still lived with Pa. Game over, man. You win.
So Harry knows his family very well. What I've always said, if Harry had done what William said, like Harry has the idea, bring it to William. William would have said no. Then William will take the idea and bring it to whoever will give the green light and claim it as his own. And Harry, you know, the way that he is, he probably would have make it what it is with Williams as the head of it. But William would not know. If Harry were to leave it up to William to do, William would not know what to do. Look what's happening with his other organization. Now it's turned into a for-profit thing, and I don't even know what it actually does anymore, because what I originally thought it was meant, it's not what it is. I spoke about it not too long ago in a video where when he went to South America, he had the interview with Cristiano Amopo, and all of a sudden he's saying it's a for-profit thing. Whatever. Next tweet. Oh no, let's continue. Whatever's on the screen, that's it. Further proof against lying derangers. Okay, I read this. So many miserable people in this comment section. Why are you watching a video about someone who you say is irrelevant and then cry about it? Makes no sense. This is the type of praise William and Charles want to be heaped on them. Prince Harry. Now this is the kind of Prince Harry coverage I want to see. I don't care about the other made up speculative private BS. Yeah. Alright, next tweet. Let's just hope when the game is there, this is the way they behave. Even if Meghan shows up. Alright, next tweet. Hear what it means for the Invictus game to be coming to Birmingham from members. Okay, did I put this twice? Let's pause. Yes, I went over this already. The same exact tweet. I probably did it 2 different times. Next tweet. Alright, this one is kind of funny. OMG, this is going to be epic. Harry is such a vibe. He is so funny. Monday 5 p.m. Prince Harry on Joe Marley. We'll see you now. Alright, let's see. This one is only 19 seconds.
Henry, Charles, Albert, David, Julius Sussex.
It's a long one.
Yeah. All right, Jake.
Wow, what the was that? What do we do now? Your name.
So they asked Harry his full name. It's so long, and then he's like, alright, Jake, which is one word. Alright, I can't wait to watch it. This is the vibe and all what the other brother was hoping for. There's the laugh. Here is Joe Marley, the ex-rugby player. If yes, he has some previous races and some shenanigans. Okay, I don't know who he is. Let's see here. One. Oh, please. There's the rolling eye. Okay, I don't know who he is, so I don't know. There's that. You can buy love. He is so lovable. Harry has such great banter. It's so natural. OMG. I love this show. I'm always wondering whether Prince Harry will ever come on it. Alright, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so these are some Sussex Squad discussions. Should I stop now? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now. The next tweet, we're gonna start with this. There will be JTB, Martin type of things, and some not politics, about some stuff about the black communities. So the next video, we're gonna start with this. Okay, so let's do a prayer. I'm gonna stop it now because the rest of the tweets have nothing to do with the thing. Alright, so prayer for brighter days. Alright, let's keep this. Dear Lord, thank you for getting me up this morning to greet another day and live for you. I pray that you will help me have a good day today despite my changing circumstances. Give me the wisdom to know how I can reach out to someone who is hurting. Help me be a good part of someone else's day. In your name I pray, amen. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, don't forget to check our Port of Pure service, this channel, to see some of the videos that I share with you without any interruption, because this channel is not monetized. Okay, you don't see anything about how much money I'm making here because YouTube refused to monetize this channel. So I was like, you know what, let me not fight with them. I'll do things like this here. Alright, and while you're there, not only subscribe, check the other videos that I have there. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
Naka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.